Of Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal's visit to the United States. Goyal has held meetings with Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and US Trade Representative Jamieson Greer. Parikshit Luthra is here with more of those details. Parikshit, how are the negotiations progressing?
India and US trade talks have been positive over the last 3 days. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal, who is in Washington, D.C., has not only had official meetings with top US government officials, but also dinner meetings with US Trade Representative Jamieson Greer and US Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick. Sources familiar with ongoing negotiations say that it is quite likely that India and US will be able to sign an early trade deal by July. US had imposed a pause on reciprocal tariffs on India and other nations till the 9th of July. Sources say the US may not impose the 26% reciprocal tariff on India in case a first phase trade deal is done before July, but there is no official confirmation on this from either the US or the Indian government. CNBC-TV18 has learned that while negotiations have been intense and US is driving a hard bargain, an early trade deal with India will also give a political victory to Donald Trump. The president has been facing criticism for the disruption caused due to his tariff policies, and the trade deal with India will be the first to give America significant concessions and market access. India has offered zero duties on all goods, including automobiles and auto components, but wants to keep agriculture and dairy out of the trade deal. However, the US wants a bigger deal covering market access for US agriculture and dairy products. India has already said no to import of genetically modified agricultural products, and it remains to be seen whether India will give US concessions in sensitive areas like agriculture and dairy. Sources say India has already conveyed to the United States that if the objective of reciprocal tariffs was to reduce the $45 billion trade deficit, then that would anyway be done by more energy purchases from the US. Official CNBC-TV18 spoke to said that India is the only country that has signed a clear terms of reference for a trade deal with the US, and there have been extensive negotiations between officials of both countries. India's top trade negotiator, Rajesh Agarwal, is also in the US for talks to resolve any pending differences. Hopefully, we will see an announcement on an early trade deal before the 9th of July and the signing of a larger trade deal when Donald Trump visits India later this year.
Right, Parikshit. Many thanks for those details. Now, ratings